throw out the first pitch, because that's a dream of mine personally. I don't know, have you thrown out a first pitch before?
I don't think you're important enough, but this man here has some legacy.
Yeah, former Central Wildcat, former Central baseball player as well.
Catcher, so I'm very accustomed to throwing in the wind.
Okay.
Hopeful for a little bit of a breeze tonight.
Getting like a nice two-seamer down the middle. What are we thinking? Yeah?
Yeah, a two-seamer, maybe a yellow hammer.
Okay.
That's great. So, part of this experience is coming back and seeing other alumni from generations and generations of Wildcats. Are you seeing a lot of familiar faces out here tonight?
I have a few very close friends that are just starting to show up, and then I had several text messages this morning from people like former teammates. A couple guys are coming over right now from Spokane that I just heard from today for the first time in many, many years, but just through the course of a couple people knowing each other. A couple of my old friends are coming over, so real neat deal.
Awesome. All the way from the class of '85. Awesome to see more than just our generation of Wildcats coming out here, and just again mentioning just the kind of the atmosphere that we're in. Gage kind of touched on the familiar faces and all that. What kind of just makes you smile just about where this has gone from our first year to where it is now? I mean, just kind of are you feeling the growth of this event?
It's almost like you just see Central Washington University kind of grow their network itself and kind of instill themselves in the community, whether it's, in Ellensburg, it's way over here on the west side, but we can come out here, pull these west side alumni. What's that like to see back from when you were in the class of '85 to now? What's that transition of Central Washington University and its strings across the country?
Well, I have a lot of pride from the couple years I spent over there. And so, I follow it. I go to Ellensburg Rodeo every year. I've been over there in Ellensburg for a few athletic events and other things like that. Just have a lot of pride in the school and love Ellensburg. The name's getting out there, I think, a little bit more and is recognized more for, the value of the education there, and it's neat to see some of the alumni in this area that have done really well. So,
how about the growth of Central's campus itself? I mean, you were a Wildcat athlete. The facilities have changed maybe a little bit since '85, so just a little bit.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, if we go back, I want to, you might run into that field later on. You might have a little nostalgia, bring back some baseball memories. What's your favorite memory from your playing career?
Well, we beat LC State, who won the national championship in '80. Well, they won it about 9 or 10 years in a row. We beat them in Ellensburg.
Okay.
In the ninth inning on a walk-off deal. It was really fun. I think when I think about it, though, we started the year off with like 20 games against the Pac-12, which was the Pac-8 then.
Yeah.
And we got roughed up a little bit.
Okay.
But we'd play our first 20 against, UW, Wazoo, play Gonzaga. We'd win some, but we'd come out of that bruised up a little bit. We had a coach that just kept telling us to keep the faith, and I think that turned out to be a pretty good experience, as it turns out, as you go through, coming out of college and getting a job and working your way through life and your career. And then once we finally got into league, we did really well. We won the league both years I was there.
Okay.
Played really well against the schools that were of our size. So that is my takeaway from the time at Ellensburg.
You mentioned, graduating and kind of moving on with your career. You've been out of college for a while now, and now it's June. Kids are going to graduate and get their degrees right now. What's explain us a little bit about your path and the path that you chose to take, and then kind of relate that back to any tips you might have for these upcoming grads.
Like that baseball story of sitting in a real cold, windy dugout after getting beat up early in the year, and then going into the season and the weather warming and starting to play the teams in our league and starting to do well and turn it. I think that's a lot like my experience when I got out of school. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. I had a degree in law and justice. Was doing some testing with the federal and state, police and FBI and so forth. But in the meantime, I'd hired on a Boeing, was taking some night classes, and an opportunity opened at Boeing in industrial engineering. I learned about how to build the airplane. I started getting ambitions that I wanted to someday maybe sell the airplane to airlines around the world. And that turned out that I had an opportunity outside of Boeing along the way. So I took that path as a sales person in the aerospace business, selling back to the airlines.
Okay.
Was with that company, learned a lot about the aerospace business. Started my own firm in 1997. We owned it I had two partners. We started in my business partner's garage in Stanwood, Washington, doing small jobs for Kenmore Air Harbor. Over 17 years, we grew the company to 200 people, and we're doing major cabin modification work for airlines all around the world. I spent 25 years traveling Europe, Middle East, Asia, Europe, U.S. to go to major airlines. And we sold the company to a major French aerospace company in 2013, so 17, 18 years later. A lot of closed doors along the way, a lot of obstacles when you do something like that.
Yeah.
But I attribute a lot of lessons from that time in Ellensburg. So I'm sitting in that cold dugout.
It does get cold down there.
You learn a lot. Well, we want to thank you for coming out. We want to let you go. Get ready for your first pitch. Shake out the nerves, and I hope to see a two-seamer right down the middle from you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to go ahead and send it back to the music right here on the BURG Your Music Central. Here's Take It From Me by...
That was fantastic. I have goosebumps from Jeff McShane. I'm a Google dad, and I'm proud to be your friend.
Way to go, Jeff. Gosh, you sounded so good. So successful. Who are we? Wow. I'm so impressed. Have a great time tonight. Wish we were there. Bye.